first one, the seated hamstring. So you're gonna tuck one foot up this way while the other one is straight, foot flat, nice and easily lean towards your toe. If you can go all the way down, awesome. But if you're here, awesome. Be sure your knee stays flat on the ground, it doesn't pop up. But then all you're doing is leaning forward, touching your toe, or aiming at touching your toe, and ease back, and then switch sides. Second one, hip flexor stretch. You're gonna get kneeling on one knee like this, and all you're gonna do is keep your chest up, hips forward, and you're gonna lean this way, straight forward. And it's gonna stretch the back hip flexor right here. Now, if you have a pretty flexible hip already, or your foot's closer, and you catch yourself doing this, where you're leaning way forward, start your foot out a little bit further, and then nice and easily lean into the stretch for that back hip flexor, and then nice and easily come out, and then you're gonna switch sides. All right, next one's for the back of your hip. So all you're gonna do is cross your leg this way. You're gonna sit on just a normal chair. You're gonna cross your leg this way, and then the goal is to close the gap between your chest and your calf this way. You're gonna lean forward, and you'll feel this in the back of your hip. Now, if that's too easy and you're like getting to where you're touching this way, then you're gonna come over onto the ground and do it this way, where you're gonna sit back like this, then cross your leg, and then lean forward, closing this gap. But for some people, that's still too easy. Then the more advanced version is you're gonna cross your leg in front of you this way. You're kind of in the splits, but you're crossing your leg in front this way, and then you're closing the gap between your chest and your calf this way. And the further away your foot is that way, the more difficult, and the closer, the easier. So have fun. All right, the last one's called dead frog. You're basically gonna be on your knees doing the splits, or stretching the inside of your legs. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna get on all fours, and then, turn that way. You're gonna get on all fours, and you're basically gonna go to do the splits this way. This one can get pretty intense, so go down as far as you can. But the goal is you want your hip above your knee. You don't want to be too far forward or too far back. You want the hip right above the knee. And then the goal is to get your knees as wide as possible and just hold that. But the reason they call it dead frog is how you get out of it, because once you're deep in this stretch, it's hard to get out. So they call it dead frog because you basically just fall forward like a dead frog. So there you go.